Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba. It's needed. Hello, Temo Femo, your time. Yamo Femo, 112, Kambani TV. Oh, Addo Akuffo Addo no come you fine. Go subscribe. Go bomode no subscribe. Agbene bomode ami gonti like mo show ami. Ona beni chon. Agbene wo fine. Bomode no share link. No ka invite me ni ameba fit away. Agbene ko ejomoko no sumo no chon. Ka o comment section e. Abonto ne be nyele nchenye na ake kenke wo kan your no friend wo kan your no friend no bia na wo kan your in a following video recording and one man bia una ojomo chon mo. Oh, Addo for God and country was our beko Ghana no ya Gadangbe no ya e wo yo bia mene jino no ba yue ole mene na video say no ke wo tabi ani won yue ake Ghana bimpi oh na benichon. There is no denying the fact I guess look things are extremely hard in Ghana ni no fair no mi yewa ake many esani ordinarily ameba you podium chabia and they are voicing out meaning na police nyoko for a 4 minutes long video ke Akuffo Addo ni je police no boju aye chief inspector ona benicho mokoni e police e mieche na lemla na leno na sanefi si etole a unfe ni ake sane wo phone na menye na record video na call out Akuffo Addo dienche bona benicho nke na kan video ababo no what discuss one or two things na you me agbene we ole sometimes e bole ke e balene ke many ta flash amebe noko ameno nu na amembola wa many ta flash ame ojugba feel sometimes on nu amegbe shi mene Bernard Avle one of the finest journalists in Ghana mene ejegbeke han government ojugba eto mo femo. It doesn't matter where no find or self on the economic ladder. Everybody is struggling. Ni mo fame complaining. Ni passionately mene Bernard Avle a call out government take Akuffo Addo. And I'll play you that video as well. Kono na ke Ghana bi amejegba amempi ne to me na Akuffo Addo ne eba fite no fe no. Final video ni nke ba abwe John Mahama. Ete eto neshi upper east region bia na eba northern region. The northern region respond to some of the nibi komeni MPP da na make tago NDC bia ni bia ke John Mahama finally respond forcefully but all these years miniba ona benichon mini jino niba mene na can response say komene ha mani onu ne unole anu wabotemi waka police ni aje shishi look police fake soja fu eji me komeni ona me by nature because of the nature of their work ona me ni ke government ko tano I'm baba out openly now me criticize government because I'm a executive kona femi I execute law say bona minicho. So you will rarely find a uniformed person ni ebani reboli calling out the government of the day. Bona benicho. She mene ye Twitter lebi me ni shenuchimo me scroll down on in na follow Ghana police ye meni ame post ake wa me interdict Ghana police officer ko chief inspector ko for misconduct no me like o boy le police fe ne liag jobo ke na fi ona ma fi ameni bi na ko amole ko le ni bribe ko driver ko de na ke camera shala lo na fi ona ke mo ko ya no alo ke e fe no ko ne sa. So throughout the day I mean one that police fe oni I'm send like a notice say I me show exactly no ni more fe but they just said I get misconduct bona benicho. So me kwa online ke ntemba me kwa mini jino ni ji ina anoko like 2-3 hours time no ni naka daily graphic I'm on my Twitter handle post police officer ni ejegbe eke ko ha Akuffo Addo eke ko ha Akuffo Addo ni eke taflache jele she eke ko ha Akuffo Addo express how ni bi amiewa na ejegbe eto ameni ni mo fe mo mpin bona benicho ni tumo beni ko abu tumo beni yue ke chonye je ordinary police officer ni mene chief inspector ni so ejimoko ne lemla ejimoko ne police mieche ejimoko ne liake because of the nature of enuchumo ne yo je no ko na sanefi but this man is willing ake a coffo na me here eyuele secretly poni moko record le dienche record ke le dienche on phone. This is how bad ni economic conditions yo Ghana. This is how bad ni Ghana being ping. this is how bad now Akuffo Addo government there and he to Ghana be a whole senior police officer. Irrespective of the consequences, ne liake ba face e wo phone na me yen le record he ne ka Akuffo Addo ake Akuffo Addo okpata no fe no yin Akuffo Addo ofite no fe no Akuffo Addo okosapate Bawumia fe. Both of you are incompetent. A word ne use ni ona benicho Akuffo Addo oko MPP party bi nye Ghana shikafe nye Logan ni bi fe ni mambi MP Akuffo Addo Ghana no yo obo modern Akuffo Addo ole no ani Ghana BMP a whole senior police officer. This tells you how ni Ghana be in suffer. It tells you how ni be amiewa. It tells you how ni no fe no ni Ghana be feel amenye na enjoy ekokla ka me efe na me ba cho no fe no efi mo ame ofane ani wakwe police officer ni watch no
President Nana Addo Akuffo Addo, I salute you, Mr. Excellency or His Excellency. Please, I am a Chief Inspector of Police, Benjamin Doe Kuonu at Asimfosu. I am living in a constituency which was ruled by my brother,
police Chief Inspector. Chief Inspector
for more than 20 years. Mr. President, I want to meet you because I have a discussion. We are saying, Mr. President, you are destroying our nation. Mr. President, you have destroyed our nation, and as part of your administration as a police officer, I want to meet you one-on-one to tell you in your face that you are really incompetent and you are not managing the state resources in the interest of the nation. You have destroyed all the pillars of the state. The state pillars.
The whole Chief Inspector of Police, you would think
that and what pains me is that our generals, our commissioners, our judges, our military officers, please, nobody says you should go and take gun, but let our voices be heard because we are public servants. We are serving the nation. These criminals have destroyed the nation. We have to put them on their feet.
Yeah, criminals are
like criminals. We have a role to play. We
criminals
have a
they are criminals.
Is it not the president who said that we must be citizens but not spectators? Is he the one who promised nation building? Is he not the one who pray with us that he will come and protect the public purse? Mr. President, what happened? You have taken everything from the state and handed them over to your cronies.
Yep,
your friends, your family, your affiliates. But we tell you because you are human, you can make mistakes. You are making mistakes. You are destroying your people. You are destroying the nation. You are destroying every state institution. You are destroying the factories. Are you businessmen at all? That anytime we send it to the market, you go there with a car. You call yourself businessmen. I am a police officer. I want to meet you and tell you that you are disappointment, Mr. President, and your prantee, Dr. Mahama Bawumia. Please, when you get this video, share it because I want to get involved in building our motherland. What do you say?
Thank you, sir.
What do you say?
That is good talk.
Mr. President, I've been seeing you.
All right, my compatriots, when you get this video, I am only saying that I want to meet the president as part of the executive to teach him how to govern, how to rule in the interest of the nation, because he doesn't have the ideas. Even though I am a young man, there's a proverb in my home language that ansana yabewo akolanya sanino na openyini
Kosiampeni, Jimini, Abuafunu biti hodada.
Right. So if you're get but one police officer. Bona. Ona beni Ghana bin pin. Ake whole senior police officer. If no kone sa na efio. E put a job on the line. Inke a interdict noni hani ini injomo ba video neno ni ini ne shano ni naka o ene wona interdict police officer ne no jino no kwe a whole senior police officer ne sa na efio. This is how ni Ghana bin pin. Ake eke whether enuchumo ba fite alo enuchumo fite e kofo na meno ne ywe ne check gbe hu e check rank hu onum sisi e check gbe ne check rank hu e ka Akuffo Addo, you are incompetent. I'm a favorite word na me use President Mahama, former President Mahama be ne tano no I use one me by the same measurement no akame police officer Akuffo Addo chemi afa one-on-one etofi ojo I don't know e Akuffo Addo kemi I have meeting one-on-one ni ma trouble because none of you osha ole noko a whole police officer eke nuchumo ke life egmeshi because eke kwe na ke noko ya no Ghana be in fame pin afite no fe no komo e call on everybody eke komo ike anya ke nyeko atu ni nya afi abasabasa no ko dabi mi ke anya ke nyefe nye yua eke police onu pa soldier for onu pa nyefe nye yua eni Ghana ya ni bi eyin the way na Akuffo Addo efite ma ne kpoto no fe no yin eyin no mo fe mu awe Akuffo Addo ele eke wa face citizens waka face spectators no ni mfio min chunu ni citizen ju eke nyefe nye ti ahye nye yua eke Akuffo Addo ojoso twa ko bi ye bo ka kesi ni bi ye Ghana na kan shika fe ni yo fe meshika yo o ka ko ba protect public person amount on a public person e ba chombo lencho personal pocket public person e chon personal pocket onum shishi ame fite no fe no e institutions e check judges every single institution ame fite dem fe neke Bawumia won fita e ke Bawumia le won fita e Bawumia le won fita e onum shishi this is how Ghana be in pin. This is how nini bi am ye boye Ghana. When you have senior police officers, all chief inspector, ni ewo phone na me yin lenche record ni kind of hardships ni your Ghana. Ni call out the president no only by the nature of a nuchumo esa na efio. She je sani. He still went ahead ne fe na ken that should tell you how ni me impin. Na people are struggling, people are suffering. No egbe no ewe. Ghana be fair, you know, in another video, and first before na police knew that was the first video. Ni Twitter niana. Bernard Avle, one of the finest journalists in Ghana. Usually, what journalists Sani, they are supposed to give you the news. Ona neutral, I do more thing. Esani, I make personal feelings by me. Bona Benicho, she any Ghana share, everybody must speak out. Ni menele weba ni eba jwe ne keke no dabi wana no ni yano no fie no efe basa wana no kono ni yano it's like ma leader be ma mi don Akuffo Addo ni leader enye Ghana yen jo Bawumia is nowhere to be found Ken Oforiata le fie no na fie jo Bank of Ghana governor le control en dabi ana money leader MPP party enjoy no conclude government enjoy no conclude. There is no sync could be synergy could be between the party and the governor and the government. No fear basa beni party and chono kwake nekeji benaya le party and you against all these taxes government I make a taxes send more. And this is how people are suffering when you have people like Bernard Avle complaining about the hardship that Ghanaians are going through. A seasoned journalist, once again, a JM Okone Sani Abo News says straightforward, without any personal bias. Personally be by me. A cable. How incompetent. How na Akuffo Addo government I me fit any be. That should tell you how Ghana ekpato. That should tell you the way ni no fear no fit Ghana. Ni ana money leader. ana money jili dai ana money ba du moshikura na e ba comment le na e ba wo ni e ba put things ena sane put le ana money ba fi o fa ne awo Bernard Avle unto e.
In a very difficult position. You have the national organizer of the ruling party going out to say that the latest tax initiative of the government must be reversed. Now that tells you there's a bit of a problem. The party's views about the fiscal policies and the government's view about the fiscal policies are not the same. So Nana B went out to say that VAT on electricity
things fall apart.
and then we saw a story yesterday that the government has agreed to do this. So it's more like the tail wagging the dog. Now while we agree with Nana B, we feel like there's some challenge in terms of financial governance. So like this meeting, do you really think that who has the ultimate gravitas in government now? Is it the finance minister? Is it the vice president? Is it the president himself? Is it the governor? Because they've all come under fire. NDC has been on the governor's heels for long.
There is
finance
nobody
minister,
in charge.
As far as some people in parliament are concerned,
in charge.
The vice president too, like, we don't know where he is. He's going to speak tomorrow. He hasn't come out to say anything about it.
It's like man,
so who's going to rise and say, I don't see a central force to say, look, let me own this problem. Let me come up. Maybe it's the finance minister, I don't know. To say, look, this is the reason why we are taking all these decisions. Because the party general secretary is asking government for a reshuffle. The national organizer says reverse the 15%. You get it? So who is it? The majority leader? I don't even know what he's saying. You get me? Where is the leadership? Who's taking charge? Is it the president himself? Or is it because he's not on the ballot anymore? Are the people in the vice president team on the same page as the president? What are we trying to achieve? Are we still stabilizing? Is the World Bank and IMF the guys telling us? I don't see what's going on. You get me? So even with this meeting, I'm not that optimistic. Because people can faffle around and just say a few things because they feel like the incentive to really push is not there. We need somebody to stand up in the government and say, look, this has to stop. And I'm not seeing anybody do that. Okay, somebody has to rise to the occasion and say, look, these kinds of policies are hurting the people. They are destroying people's businesses and lives. Talk to Fabak, talk to Guta, talk to TUC. Everybody is suffering. A friend of mine went to buy a car. This is a lady. She went to get a car for a certain amount. The taxes on the car are double the cost of the car. She's asking for somebody to just buy the car off so that there's no demurrage.
Ghana pay.
Within a period. So if we had a whole exchange rate fiasco in 2023, when the city stabilized, now they're bringing taxes to kill us. So like businesses can't have a break from the exchange rate crisis to now tax crisis. What on earth is going on? This is a government that claimed they were going from taxation to production. Where is the production? From August 2022, the composite index of economic activity has been registering negative. The composite index of economic activity puts together the total production of the economy. It's an index. It's been negative since August 2022. How is the production?
August 2022.
I showed the figures on my Kinky show yesterday. There's something
index
fundamentally wrong with the way the economy is being managed.
Negative.
Right? The kinds of taxes we are being charged, that doesn't even make sense. And the tax policy, meanwhile, you're giving tax, they call it tax to the tune of 13 billion. So the amount you want to raise in taxes from you and I, you're giving the same to companies in tax exemptions. What are those companies doing for us? How many people have they employed? What's the what do you call it? The what's the name? What's the benefit?
The rate of return.
Local companies. I got a call from a company yesterday. They are into one of the local textiles. They are bleeding. We are now even going to license foreigners to come and produce those things in Ghana. It's almost like you want to kill businesses. You are paying all kinds of taxes. You are being hounded every day with tax audits. The tax levels are rising. If I start mentioning the taxes companies have to pay, because I'm in management, I know this. It doesn't make sense to do business in Ghana. That's why everybody's doing buying and selling. You don't produce anything. Ask anybody producing anything in Ghana how they survive. Sky, you even get it. All kinds of taxes, all kinds, direct and indirect, plenty. When you buy something when you import something, there are over 25 tax items on the thing you are importing. Meanwhile, if you said that was an import substitution strategy, why aren't you giving the tax break to those who are manufacturing
locally?
All right. Okay, the VAT rate is ostensibly 15%. You are paying 21% VAT. Do you know what 21% VAT means? How can you compete? Your interest rates are through the roof. Your exchange rate is not even that strong. How are you going to compete? Everybody's doing buying and selling. Everybody's corrupt. The economy that we are running doesn't make any sense. Somebody has to take responsibility and deal with the matters. Don't squeeze us. We are the one who caused the problem. We didn't squander the COVID money. Why are you punishing us for your mismanagement? Why are we the ones to bear the brunt of this economic thing. What have we done? So people are leaving. All those guys who are going to the US and things, why do you think they are going? Talk to a businessman and how he runs his business. You'll be shocked. It's difficult. You can list all the taxes and they keep changing the calibrations. VAT, flat rate, this, energy sector levy, 30% increase, special petroleum tax, 11% increase, bust margin, increase, stabilization and recovery levy, primary distribution margin, UPPF something, E-levy, excise duty amendment, growth and stability levy, GRA. Why? Why? Is it our fault? Are we the ones who did what did we do to cause that? Is it what we did do?
We didn't do that.
I'm sitting somewhere in my house. The money I've invested, you've taken some away. Now you are adding more taxes. COVID levy still paying. Now financial stabilization levy still there. Now you want to do VAT on electricity. Then now emissions levy. How do you pay an emissions levy when there's no proven market for electronic vehicles? What's that? What? Emissions levy only makes sense when you have to make a choice. If you're in the US, probably 25% or 30% of cars are EVs, if not more. So if you decide to buy a fossil fuel car, the punishment for that is like an emission or congestion tax. You can choose to use the N1. If you choose to use London, you pay $8 or £8. How on earth are you charging an emissions levy for a country that doesn't have a proven EV market?
I'm a bedroom.
It's not like if I had money to buy a car today, I'll have an EV to buy. I don't have any EV to buy. So why are you charging me emissions levy? For what? So anything we apply tax to it. What kind of system is this? And you get surprised that people are struggling and leaving the country in droves? No. Somebody has to stand up and take responsibility for this economic mess. Somebody has to stand up. You know, so this meeting they are going, they shouldn't cheat us. Our 2 pesos will collect it too. These 2 pesos, then things they are taking, banks sitting there collecting. When you send money to your wallet, they take your money for what? What work do they do to get all the money they get? Then the small money you go and earn as a plumber, you send to your momo, they are collecting e-levy, the banks are collecting. Why? So we should just be suffering for it to be chopping? No, they have to come up with some better decision in that meeting.
Right. So if I make one who Bernard Avley, Bona. In Quebec, look, you rarely find a seasoned journalist neke ni lelenche kekebo ni be on a personal level. Bona Benicho. Usually FA Bernard is very seasoned. He just comes and then he just about give news say is an intellectual. You okay interview more questions ne biomo can ni be on akemo if you research or by task can they by you. Shingmene kwemo. Everybody is complaining. Irrespective of the position, no, you're on the economic ladder. It's some fame ni mo fame on complaining. Come on, be na on Ghana cashing on na money lead your Ghana. On na money lead your Ghana. Mo fame elaje, Akuffo Addo elaje, Bawumia elaje, finance minister elaje, governor of the Bank of Ghana. On when it comes to our economy, on na money lead you. Ona money lead you. Bawumia anue don bi aneke eshi economy esanekula. I'm a so-called economic messiah. Eshi economy esanekula ke digitalization. Be you digitalization. No so eshi economy eleta edo le money eya emisata. 170 questions about the economy. Neke emisata answer elaje when it comes to the economy. Eke war Eba speech wo ba kwe a speech wo ba break it down wo ba kwa ka mini he ba yue no ko he kokla bedon na ba yue no na ba yue fe ni one no fe ni one na fe ombo komo legit the head of the economic management team no fe no ni ya no e Ghana amonto ni Ghana bi e shame Bawumia eni na yemi legit oti economic management team na me control economy in your Ghana legit ame icho he is the head le lead you ame bi an MPP bi enta ejele ni le vice president ni le vice president be fe no ko ni je Akuffo Addo ni Akuffo Addo menela men jele mi bi am ni bi ya no jogba ale ameke anu nya mfe hale amonto ni bi efite ni amenta na ba ye president wo amen jele mi ken no for reata enyeje me no fe no ni IMF call no efio efashika le lenche echobo inke keno foriata le bank ni broker shika ni wa ya fa ye man say le bank ni broker onim sisi no le shika na ba na ka we kotokum ye wa fashika wa fa over $13 billion man fa over $13 billion o na no ko papa kla na kefe Ghana bi mpin car me teshin taxi mo so am taxo e you no go dey you about cars and nke no sani cars and le da na you e bie da na you e bie Ghana pay no buy car $3,000 ke bie cause she Ghana no aje aba ko pay $6,000 $7,000 $6,000 allo $7,000 no pay $3,000 no a car cause support no aje aba gbebo taxes ke unnecessary duties cause no pay na me ba auction no car and ba auction le gbelo ke ha mi agbe businessmen I mean taxi business but on a number of taxis nature few ko pay che there are over 25 different tax components na ka me businesses are nibiano businessmen are nibiano I mean nya me fe no ko Dr. Bawumia ne ke ba move from taxation to production e ba taxi Ghana bi po onum sisi e ba taxi Ghana bi Dr. Bawumia ne ba ne campaign ka o president Mahama be Ghana bi ka taxi say e taxi Ghana bi fe be na taxi Ghana bi fe ame kometo I mean you know taxes na ame ha Ghana bi a taxi ko Ghana bi na kan ame kometo le money ke ba move from taxation to production bi ane komo won produce less ono no ni Benadavle yue e ka since 2022 where production score is in the negative. It's in the negative. Businesses are collapsing. Businesses are not producing because Ghana be beshikana akbae. The businesses selling taxes ni yo ameno ewo amen collapse. They are folding under. Ono no na me fe. Ame kpata no fe no ye. Ame fite no fe no ninke ame economic misaya niji Bawumia na ame je na ame wole Bawumia ekele Bawumia nye benege our lectures 2015 to 2016 neke our lectures on the economy elaje amontone eyu economy esane don ka wo ba no bia sane ba ka obele vice president ni ele ye ko president da anmele gbe nle we ba ye president ni wokole. He is the head of the economic management team ka bo mitwe nya wokọ ano ni osafo manfo yue Bawumia ye.
I want all of us here to, and on behalf of my colleagues, say a very big thank you to the type of leadership the EMT has enjoyed from Dr. Bawumia. A chairman who is so involved in the work of he works like a member, like a secretary. Sterling quality, professionally excellent. So we are where we are because Dr. Bawumia is putting up a very professional chairmanship to the EMT, and I pray that we continue to work together as a team.
Right. Ofane be wana osafo mafo bi ameni ni bi ya no jogba le ye Dr. Bawumia na efeneke bi ane amentana me jele mi she Ghana bi taflache je bulu ji Ghana bi will not forget. Ghana bi ba kai ni Ghana bi nkai na mele ake Dr. Bawumia no kokla be ne be ba yue no fe no ya no yemi le ni Ghana efe no ne Dr. Bawumia le ni Ghana efe no ne fe ne komo be ne osafo mafo je yi. Como beno safo ma fe jey bena me enjoy no chumo ni joma me chu fe ni ameba ni foundation ni joma ma ele before it say no na ameba na me reap benefits say am attribute fe ki Dr. Bawumia am na me chu ko no ko am attribute na can success fe joma ma ele foundation fe omo am attribute na can success fe ki Dr. Bawumia bia na menta me JLM Dr. Bawumia nge laje economy esane eue don wo eke ba fe lectures wo ba kwa ka mini jino ni Dr. Bawumia ba yue ke ba yue na kan lectures mi na ekwe ba ni mi ke ba ka Ghana bi bo letwe bulu efe Ghana bi bulu don Dr. Bawumia efe Ghana bi bulu don ona beni chon efe Ghana bi bulu don no le no go ame no fe no miewa mo fe monshi you te ka gbe school na no mo fe mo nta o ne fan gbe pomo one nurse say ne ka me sha me final years bon am final year no am bon exams jingma e am my exams ni ka me gbe na no na me pass no am ka visa na me shi what teachers am my international license exam ji am ka me gbe na no am gbe training college na no am shi one lose no fe no one intellectual se fe shi Ghana Even many taflache, I may no chupo na me chupo, I may ho me businesses, I make every I make fangbe. Many me ho me shine, many me ho me cast, na fangbe. This is how bad ni we be na me fite shia. This is how bad na Akuffo Addo ma me fite man. Aka mo fe mo nta o na fangbe. Ka gbe school na no ata o na fangbe. Mo fe mo nta o na fangbe. E ba ya hu ke ke taxi Ghana be left right center. A taxi mo efe emissions levy efe no ba chon a taxi bo ke no ko gbe ne ke no ba ke tax bag me no ko gbe ne ke no make tax be ja me no ko aka o no ko eje ko bi no me ba taxi I mean be Ghana bi nka ba yu amaka ni NDC bi efite no fe no na me ba sa na kan yemo da na me yu ni de we ni he expect aka NDC bi ba counter me wa ame counter me na kan shin me na finally president Mahama e ba counter na kan yemo jin fe na she not e counter fe ni get yes finally you guys are pushing back. Finally, you guys are pushing back. Ona benicho, President Mahama ke kwe nyemale ishi economic bonyo ihanye. Ishi economic bonyo ihanye. Ihanye economic papa. Benimi ishi infesu ake ile no fe no jogba ni kenye ba ekatonye. Ile no fe no jogba. Kemye kakashi mi ifite economy na ishi anye nyemale. The numbers do not bear that out. The numbers do not bear that out. Ne nke ehano me say a break ile fail down ojogba every sector a break ile fail down bi ene no ni fe ne these are the numbers. Ameba enjoy President Mahama no chumo na meke shia me chichi ni ka me teshimwe na me blame ole ake na me ba no fe no etan President Mahama efite no fe no ofa na awo President Mahama to
we Mahama left a mess. We came and repaired your mess. Before I left office, the IMF said that Ghana's economy was going to grow by 8%. And it grew by 8% and more in 2017. And in 2018, it dropped. When their own policies started kicking in, you look at the GDP growth rate. From the high of 8% that they inherited from me, the next year it went to 6 point something, 5 point something, until when COVID hit, it went to 0.
I'm a policy
so
because
you left us a mess. You left us a mess. When you came into office, the Akuffo Eurobond was left with 270 million to pay. Where did you get that money to pay? Mahama left it in the sinking fund because I knew that debt was coming up. That was visionary because I knew that if a new government came, it was going to be difficult to find 270 million at once to pay off the Akuffo Eurobond. So we left it in the sinking fund. They came and met it. In October, they just took it and paid the Eurobond. And after that, they didn't put any money in the sinking fund again. That's why when COVID hit, we had no money to defend ourselves. I set up the stabilization fund. When COVID hit, they didn't know where to find money. We told them, go and look in the stabilization fund. I left money in there. Went and took 300 million, from the stabilization fund. I set up the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. And I put $270 million seed money in that fund. Today, that's what you are using to build your Agenda 111 hospitals. So how can I have left you a mess? They have pulled that propaganda. And so they just keep repeating something, we came and met your mess. We came and met your mess. In 2016, for the first time in Ghana's history, we ran the government budget without taking one CD from the Bank of Ghana. Zero borrowing from Central Bank. You in 2021, 42 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. The following year, 2022, 35 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. And that is why today, Central Bank is broke. Because it made a loss of more than 60 billion cedis. When I was president, Central Bank made a profit of more than $1 billion cedis. And so that propaganda must stop once and for all. You didn't inherit a mess. You inherited an economy that was doing well. It is you, by your mismanagement, your clueless finance minister, and your clueless head of economic management team who now wants to run away from economic issues to become the champion of digitalization.
Right. So if I'm get one President Mahama, so on ni be fair on the foundation they lay before she. Kamitation ame you akana me ba ma me kpata no fe no ye. On the foundation they she. A foundation they she no one in their biggest economic success in 2017 was as a result of Nibini President Mahama a lay down before she presidency. Bonim shishi. So me den the president you now be den me policy say a start ne a boy kick mo in come on enu ni ene. Now be den me policy say a start kick mo in enu ni ene ame le noko ame na wakeke na ame you Bawumia e han lectures every day be Ghana be anyele alake one of the finest economists ni eba grace Ghana ever. Intellectuals ni your Ghana fe, academia fe, osafwe fe, mo Dr. Bawumia, mo Dr. Bawumia, me fe esha fe mo asuma esha keke, eleno konoko, mi kebwake, legit the head of the economic management team. He is the head of the economic management team. Komo no ni economy efe. Ona ni bi ni Bahama chone eshi ha me. Como ni bi stabilization fund eshi ha me newa eshi sinking fund eshi ska wo mi ha me eshi Ghana investment infrastructure fund no na make fi am agenda 111 na me ya no na me ma district hospital say na me ka me mamo President Mahama shika na eshi let's start na can fund there como shika na echa over $200 million eshi ha wo mi ha me Bona benicho ame fite no feno this time around there ame liake Dr. Bawumia ebe ba nye Ghana ne ya na ke lecture se ko ni me ba ele yi moko ele yi don amaleloni Dr. Bawumia bawulaya amaleloni moko hele ye don moko ele no le mene nke fifi kwete efitai NDC General Secretary efitai na ye no tell e kai amake look mene amalelo Dr. Bawumia nye trust le lehu eje no te eje me gbe no shiminta amakanya ke nyenye trust le ke ba amaleji no na ba amalenye e male ni mo fe mu na ni ke be ko ba amalenye nyika hi alenye ya ofa na nya wokọ afifi kwete.
Northern region, you have produced a person that we can be proud about. Genuine son of the region, genuine son of Ghana. He tells the truth. Now when we speak, don't you trust him? Yes, you can trust him. He told Ghana that even though Dumso was not caused by me, I will fix Dumso. And what did he do?
Dumso le fix it. The fair Benny MPB about
so you can commit your business into his hand because he's a man that can be trusted. You can commit your farms into his hand. He's a man that can be trusted. You can commit Ghana and the resources of Ghana and the destiny of 30 million plus Ghanaians into his hand. Why? He can be trusted. The same cannot be said for the other son that came from your region. So you have produced two sons. One can be trusted. The other one, you cannot even give your small business into his hand. Comrades, you owe it to Ghana to ensure that the son who can be trusted rises again to the leadership of this country.
No
you owe it to Ghana to ensure that the other son who cannot be trusted should never come to that level of leadership. Never. A person who tells you, I have locked the dollar and put a padlock at with the IGP, and then within no time you saw what happened to the dollar. A man who told you that he was working at the Bank of Ghana and he knew where the money was, he can resolve all the problems for the economy. And when I come, it will be what? Growth and growth and growth, employment and job and job and job. Today, he has run away from the economy and says he's a digitalization champion. He is a liar, and a liar is a corrupt person. A liar cannot be trusted. You cannot put this nation in the hand of a liar. God forbid. God forbid.
Right. So if I'm like, but one fifi kwete unwe. So many amale so emalio. Doctor ba no ko kura be ne ba fi. No ko he kura be ne ba yue. Ni tumonye ona ganye nkebo komo. Leke wa keshi when the fundamentals of the economy of your economy tell you le potin if your fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you. Like Dr. Bawumia, if your fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you. Benashi Ashin government dollar to CD was 4 cedis. Amontone is over 12 cedis. Black market me come hele 15 cedis. Like can get by a own measurement. You get like look 170 questions and ma emisata ake emisata answer. In get by le lenche own standard say elo na 170 questions and ne kwake e banye pasilo. Ne kwake e banye pasilo. Okay, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Ashi dollar to CD ratio 1:4. Lene no 1:12. Lene no 1:12. So that tells you everything. By Lelenche own standards there, fairly completely. And this guy, he should be nowhere near the presidency. Nowhere near the presidency. Because a idea SFA, I'm a tuni, a idea SFA, I'm a fair noko, a idea SFA, they didn't work. Ona benichon. So menele, esani moko boile tuepo, esani moko hale tuepo, na babu lecture kutwe. Bona benichon. And mine Alan esenye Alan Bashile. Mine Alan said Bashile come on radio. Alan Chairman thing. Eke Bawumia is fatigued and has no fresh ideas. Bawumia is fatigued and has no fresh ideas. No, mine he kokra Bawumia yone bayui. Mine he kokra Bawumia yone. No ko kokra bene bayui. A plan say it's been tried and tested. It did not work. A plan say it's been tried and tested. It did not work. Digitalization ebo eshi economy ni biane no jino ne tell you President Mahama ne le na kan foundation fiber optics na ke pagana President Mahama Dr. Manibu Ama as Minister for Communications le lead na kan charge onu misisi so mene no ko kura be ne ba fe no ko e kura be nke Allah ne call la e kello he has no fresh ideas. Bon misisi ame kpata no fe no ya me fite no fe no na me ani Ghana fe fite no wo mene menke if for nothing at all sana chaki ame they must be changed, they must be voted out, they must be kicked out. Ona benincho na moko he ne ba stabilize the economy moko ne le nuchumo. Ona benichon mokone le nuchumo a visionary leader mokone Johnson ni ke kashine we Johnson to me beni President Mahama join ne como shikabo ne shiame stabilization fund, sinking fund, Ghana investment infrastructure fund como eneme fe. This is what a visionary leader does. Eshue se ojogba. The only thing they can put on President Mahama no polenche J Ford ni was doom so President Mahama J created doom so. Si le ba solve dum so akedum so ba meshuo no onim sisi but they solve it before she le ka power ka America in kebo ake national grid MPP bi na me ba ameke ekome ne kepo egbe yi ameke 1 megawatt power ekome po ne ke egbe ko yi ame ba accuse NDC bi mo ake ame power afedinde so mokoni e ba accuse mo gwa ake power afedinde te fi o ten le ke shi chichi ake le solve dum so. Dia ma me solve dum so. President Mahama ni solve dum so. Amontene dum so ese be kon e. Ame mismanage economy because agbene to the extent ake amenya ame pay. Je ni wo be e wale wo ye fe ni ne. Amenya ame pay shika ni ba na e wala aba no na eko. Onim si no ame kadum so ese be kon. Ame kadum so ese be kon. Bona be ni chon. So mene me lesana fe mini. Ke te nwe bashpon sana chaki ame. They must be changed. Ona be ni chon. Na ke Ghana ame konklo. Na me ba na mba chake ni bi. Onim sisi. Anima read with a few headlines. Some of the few headlines they catch me when I mean it caught my eye. Mene ona beninchon. Nke first one in me screen no. Food and Beverages Association of Ghana. Bona I mean one make I withdraw emissions levy. Mo fe me complain. Na ga emissions levy na ke ba mo fe mo complain. Mene make Food and Beverages Association of Ghana. Na kenja me kuwe. Ameka aji. I mean, pin me keke. No ya no kenye teshe nyen tax me left, right, center. left, right, center. Shika lenche mini nyeke fio. Shika mini ona no President Mahama ke ne abashi no me discover new two touch on it oil reserves. Enyo. Onim sisi President Mahama now the benefit of those oil reserves na discover I put no fair no in place oil wells na acha amecha yemi amena me baboncha. President Mahama put everything in place. Now, setting no fair no 2017 na me boncha. So I mean na she come on. Febeni President Mahama na she come on. I mean nyeko ame fair no. O na any sketch. Come te sheba I mean tax Ghana be. Mene we parliament jeshi mene after I mean recess. Mene I mean start na no ko ne framing mono. Parliament to recite national pledge. Like seriously. Ghana being pin. Ghana being pink cabbage sometimes I'm a few nibi komeni ne seriously Ghana being pink pledge and you recite or that and you recite what are you guys doing there? Anyways, nibi komen one major thing ko uni je ko Germany comma I was minority leader honorable Addo forcing can look touch all the time Ghana ameani achake election date from December to November. They are not going to allow it. They will not allow it. And I think tumobeni wo yuela say no wo fe na can story about ECN no eta wo ne fe. I think it's in the right order. So now me maintain ke chake moko ye na ba chake amena fon shiki na ata kuna tashi na a plan ojugba na consult stakeholders ojugba then na fe na can change agbene we indelible ink ona ke court no avote e ga ke ink emako gonti no we isi unta na ejemi ona once again NDC be ke dabi me na two force ye no we ke dabi akpeni no point in particular majority leader who support le o search me sambonso e ke dabi indelible ink anyika jami because sometimes say ye come cause je me biometric verification chuni I feel manual verification no ke verify bo manually sananya anano koni e ba chwa ka o ba vote omo no ka ku so be ko ni indelible ink ka ke paje ni no ba chwa ke ofon shiki omo especially kejo te ekoni biometric verification chuni ona beninchon ni a verifiable manually indelible ink no ba kobo no ba chon ke me na ba fon shiki omo aka na fon shiki ye ekodon ona beninchon. So that is also a good thing. Agbenu Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajima, President Mahama, a vice president Nikelen Rane Kekomo 24 our economy will address mass exodus anukwale kenu chumo ye Ghana ojogba na pay mo ojogba mini bani me alu ameni bi na me fangbeke ya ablochi mini bani me ba ho amehyan ka me cars ka me properties ka me businesses na me fangbe kenu chumo ye ojogba ni me nchu na me na profit ojogba na pay amojogba. There is no way ni mokoba waste the time ni e fangbe. And final one, President Mahama, we have the men to fix this economic mess. Yes, they indeed have the men. NDCB, they've proven to Ghana they can do the job. They can do the job. In Kelo, President Mahama, dum sope no banyo ka fiekwe, dum sope etan. Ke few nibi community no ye a presidency aminehi. She no ni President Mahama kokele compare no ni Akuffo Addo ke Bawumia government ne yo dabi. No obana lele ke President Mahama ke e banye ye meni banye chunu chumo lele obana ke ye meni banye chu. Because one of the difference between the government Akuffo Addo government Bona Benichon. I'm going to final one. President Mahama, a finance minister, said Tekpe, Ghana experiencing worst punitive tax regime ever. Yes. Taxes na can me Ghana biano na biame eko bakoda. Onim shishi eko bakoda. Anyways, and I can a few comments about our last video and we post before in a mabo in a video Suame magazine and KGTR traders demonstrate against Akuffo Addo. No junoni comments about Kanye. DJ Witness ke keep up the good work, bro. Roberta Lamteke Otrumu Feloy Yowa ewa Yowa eshwe mumu. That's right. Robert Alante said the people are finally getting a message. They have to vote the MPP out. Anukwale Maxwell Bua 9151. Again, ni better keep up the good works because Ghanaians hate the truth and never give up by saying the reality. Oiradon Maxwell Bua. Wherever Lamte Beko eke crying their own cry. And by you and Nukwali Agbeneje Mokubakebo. Anyways, Oiradon ake ofebe no kwem you finding kebo bawa bie. Ingbeje ni tete obo biashon. O find ko subscribe kwe. Bomodeni o subscribe. Eba ngona wa Agbeneke o share link no ke amen no invite amen and bafita we. Agbe no find bomodeni o like show ami. Eba ngona wa. O find ko ye jomoko no sumo no chon. Bomodeni o ke wo comment section in can you no feno mo beni mfi amonton e no na Oiradon twa no manye jino afo no bye bye.
Yeah baba it's neat. Them say you want to chop my